Hi and welcome from Melbourne. This week our guest is none other than the man himself, Si Bradeley. We take a look at some of the new Zwift updates coming out soon. Rob shows us the inside line in this month's ZRacing Series. Ryan's new segment, YouTube Video of the Week. His choices this week are amazing. We also have a special treat with a few first wins from fans of the show. And don't forget our live quiz at the end of the show, where you get to go head to head with Rob and test your Zwift knowledge. We are now only 130 subs away from hitting our 1,000 subscribers, guys. This show is completely free to watch, and we really appreciate your support each and every week. So if you haven't done so already, head over to our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button for us. If you have found something helpful or entertaining, feel free to share this video with others. We really appreciate it and it'd help us out. Let's get to 1,000 subs. So it's time to get out of the saddle and in the drops. Play the intro. Hey!
Yo!
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How is everyone? My name is Nathan Krake and welcome to In the Drops. We are a Zwift-centric podcast, weekly podcast where I get together with Zwifty Zwifter and Ryan Condon and discuss all things virtual cycling, what it is, how to do it, and tips and tricks for new and experienced riders alike. So welcome to the show. We've got a big show on this week. Lots of things to talk about. We're live on YouTube, so if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast platform, thank you very much. But do yourself a favor and come over and check us out on YouTube. There's lots of videos that we review and check out. And also we have an amazing quiz that you can participate at the end of the show. Now, we got lots to get done in this episode. We didn't have an episode last week. Let's welcome Rob and Ryan. Rob, how have you been, mate?
I've been bloody magnificent.
Yeah?
I've been absolutely loving Zwift. I do have a massive hatred of you though, from the FTP test that you set for me to. You said the bloody FTP. That was 73 minutes. That thing was 73 minutes.
All right, hang up. So for those that don't know what Rob's complaining about, so last week we decided to introduce a challenge or a twist to the quiz, and so Rob is the expert that people tend to go up against. He's won the most quizzes.
I didn't say that. I didn't.
It's just the way it is.
To this.
Yeah, you are the expert.
Yeah. And so I thought we'd add a little bit of skin to the game, and if Rob didn't win, there were some challenges that the winner could choose to have Rob do. Our guest in the previous episode was Eric Lee from Don't Get Drop Cycling, and he chose for Rob to do a full FTP test. And we had that a clip of that a bit later on the show when we come to do the quiz, so you'll get to check out.
We're not going to repeat this like every time we mention it, are we? Bloody hell, can we get on with it? And then, how many times?
Your FTP test was one of your most successful streams.
How many times did I tell you how to pronounce Si Bradeley's name? How many times?
But don't we've got
you 15 times.
Hang on,
whatever you do, don't call him Si Bradeley. Don't call him Si Bradeley. I must have told you that 15 times. And then we opened the show. Si Bradeley.
I said Si Bradeley.
I don't think this show's in the drops anymore. I think it's just a Zwifty Zwifter podcast.
Yeah.
He's been talking. We've only been on air for 3 minutes, and he's been talking straight for 3 minutes.
We did an intro, and then he came back and did the intro again. He did all that fancy stuff outside, and then he just opened the show and started it again. Come on, man, let's get on with it.
All right, and Ryan, how have you been, buddy?
I'm very good. Thank you for asking, Nathan. I have no problem with you whatsoever.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. So I won't be muting your microphone later on.
No, I'm all good. I've had a very, very good week this week. I've had a very good 2 weeks from a Zwifting perspective.
You have, haven't you? Is there there's something we can probably talk about a bit later on? Is that the case?
I hope so. Yep. Yes. I hope there's also a few other individuals we can talk about who have had similar success.
Correct. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. So let's get into it. Because we want to get signed into the show. We did get our first fan letter, which is incredible because we've never asked for one. This was, I just want to quickly do this really fun letter we got from Scarlett. So if Scarlett's listening, thank you very much for listening. By the way, g'day. So in her letter, she wanted to point out, and then, Ryan, this is specifically targeted at you, so let's just quickly go through it. She writes, loves the show, loves listening to it, thinks Ryan is really funny, although she is concerned about your hand gestures. Yeah. So there's a lot of okay symbols going on.
Too much hand.
They're contagious. I've started doing it.
And that you're looking at the chat a lot, so she just wanted to point that out.
I look away from camera too much.
No, that's okay. That's precisely what we want. Gently clap hands. You do a little bit of clapping hands. That's not too bad.
I do this when someone says something impressive.
Yep. Looking around everywhere, so that's something that's not too bad, but just take that on board, though, just in case. Playing with your beard. I don't know if that's something we should be doing a lot of, but I found I do that too. And checking the camera, but
beard.
You play with my beard?
No, I don't play with your beard. Well, not on camera anyway. And checking the camera, but overall, I think she's given us sort of the positive thumbs up there, which is pretty great. So
yeah, that's lovely.
Thank you, Scarlett.
She also said off the record that she thought your the Australian man's accent is funny.
Yes.
So yeah.
It's
and she's never watched Neighbours, so I thought that was quite.
Australian accents are an acquired taste.
Yeah,
I do try hard not to let it creep in, but sometimes you just can't help it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's kick on. So Zwift. So Zwift have announced the Zwift summer rollout updates. Have you guys seen these?
Yeah, I think
so. Or do you care?
Yeah, it all looks fairly interesting. Well, fairly good. Good progress, onwards and upwards. Excellent news, I'm sure we can all agree.
Yeah, that's it. Here we go. So very quickly, let's get... Yep. So in this, they talk about the grade, which
what a great name.
It's so shit. It's so shit. But speaking of which, though, I would suggest that the people who are the early watchers to the show today take note of certain things, such as the grade. It might come up and be important later on in the show. So the grade is the backside to the Epic Com. I think if I read that correctly, it's a pretty straight route straight up. My list, which is another feature that no one asked for.
This is the worst review of the new changes ever.
The HUD refresh. Now, this was interesting. I thought, hello, they've gone ahead and done something that's somewhat constructive.
Yeah. That can't be bad, can it?
No, but all I've done is just
look at that and say that's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty shit.
Except Nathan.
Yeah. So they've changed the power information in the top left-hand corner. You can configure that. They've added a little bit of a gradient feature to it, and I think they've stolen a little bit from Source.
A little bit? It smells better.
Oh, really, is it? Yeah. You still can't turn HUD features on or off.
And I can't give you a massage either, but the route profile is there. At last, you can read it. You can see when it's steep and when it's not.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
Well, you still can't turn this stuff on or off. That's my biggest complaint. You should be able to turn this kind of...
You can't turn the hood off?
You can turn the whole HUD off or none of it. You can't turn individual elements off. Which other platforms you can. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Training connections. And I think they're going to be celebrating, there we go, the Tour de France on Zwift with a new climb, I think. There's a list of the one there. No, I can't see the name of it. Say again?
The below.
There you go.
Do you want to pronounce? Have a
crack at those pronunciations.
The bottom one's pronounced, Nathan.
Which one's that?
The week 2, the last one in week 2.
Last one in week 2. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really famous one.
Cold Perisod?
Just go. That's pretty good, actually. That's not bad.
Yeah, was that okay?
Yeah,
go on. Go on, stick it up there. All right. Yeah, so they're the updates. Interesting. Yeah, you kind of think that maybe with the summer coming in that Zwift might have thrown a few more things in there, but oh well, let's see what happens. Hey, first wins. Do we want to quickly run through this, Rob?
Yeah. There's a few things in life which gird my loins more than triumph over adversity, where determination, perseverance, and pure grit win the day. When Nelson Mandela emerged from 27 years in prison, he led his nation with grace and triumph. When Thomas Edison first tried to illuminate a filament of light, he failed, didn't produce one lumen, but after 1,000 attempts, he still failed, until he eventually triumphed. In the world of e-racing, the road to victory is paved with sweat, tears, and the courage to push through defeat. Every loss is a lesson, every setback a chance to grow. We may just be middle-aged men sweating in our sheds and garages, but we all have our battles on and off the bike. These videos filled me with the optimism of the human spirit. We can grow, we can get better, we can overcome, and we can triumph in virtual bike racing. So sit back.
That was fantastic.
Drowned in the spirit of human endeavour. Play the video, Nathan.
That was awesome. Thank you. Yes, very well done.
This is old Evo. He's been racing in
Old Evo.
Yeah, man. And he saw my video when I did the ghost attack at 700 meters to go.
Oh, he's going for it. Look, he's gone.
Right at the moment. Exact same moment. Look at him put the power down. 700 watts. He hasn't had a win in CCAT. And look at him put the power down. That is a long way to go.
That is a long way off.
And that is a bloody long way to
go. That's a face of determination, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And he takes a rest just at the right moment when you're going down the steep bit. Gets back up. He's got the spirit. This is what
Look at the red numbers. They're trying to chase him. The red numbers have come on.
They're coming. But they're not going to get him. He's got the speed. He's got the lead. And he's got the determination. Look at him go, man. Come on.
Well done.
First win.
That's
How
amazing.
good is that?
Well done, old Evo.
That was fantastic. That was
very good. He's got it. Look. Fantastic.
Oh, did you need it?
And a delayed round of applause.
That's ever. Oh, there's more, isn't there?
Yeah. There's more. Let me just tee it up. So, hang on. Oh, I see what you've done.
I've compiled a video.
Yeah. Let me just scoot through. Here we go.
So the next one is from another member of our chat.
Hopefully they don't know what
this
a Zwifty maneuver
is Ginger Warrior.
Here we go. This is fantastic.
Yeah, he's a bit of a fan of the Zwifty maneuver, so this is.
I've seen his videos
as well. Yeah, look at how well he laid off the power to get to the back.
Yeah.
Okay, he missed the power up, but he gets the power down on the bump, and it's just. I mean, it would be much help, but look, the gap's growing and growing and growing. That's what I love most about the Zwifty maneuver. You get that speed up, and even though they're putting out more power than you, the gap grows because you've got the speed. And here he comes. Oh, is the volume still on? You've got to listen to this.
Hang on. Yep.
You ginger dancer, go on! Make our first Zwifty in Zwift. You Brahma. And there we are.
How fantastic. I do like the fact that he narrates his own videos.
Guys, a second. We'll stick that on the telly, Mr. Hicks.
That's brilliant. Well done, Ginger Warrior.
Yeah, man. It was awesome. You've got to check his channel out if you're already.
Yeah.
And this is Simon Jenkins! Without a proper win in Zwift. I joined him in the in a like multi-category start thing, and we made a break for it. We caught the A. There was an A off the front. We made another break for it. There was this guy called Robnik, and we dropped him, and then Simon all the way up the volcano. We were way ahead of the other Bs by this stage. It's like a 50-kilometer race, 55, and he beat the whole field, beat the A's as well. Triumphed on the volcano. Oh, what a way to get your first win in Zwift!
Fantastic.
Beat the whole field.
That's really good.
I didn't realize that Simon hadn't won a race.
Nope.
Really?
Isn't that awesome?
That's fantastic. Oh, and there was one other one.
Simon Jenkins. What's that?
Was there one other one that we wanted to list?
Marco Rufa got his first win today.
Yeah.
He's had a small win before, but he's got the first ZRacing win, first race against more than like 4 people. It was awesome. Only with the ghost on the Classic again.
Yep.
Was there another?
Is there another? Ryan?
Did someone else go first win?
I'm just trying to think. Is there another one, or do you want to?
I don't know. Have you won one, Nathan?
No. Am I going to show yours? Or?
Yeah, show it. Go for it. It went live this evening, so yeah, so it's out there.
Sprint. I'm going to make them go 800 meters out on an 8% climb or hand me the win. I am ruining their plans. I'm going to fully punch them in the face.
We're going to attack, remember? I'm not going for an out-and-out sprint like I did before. Right, I'm going radio silence because I need my breath.
I am 100% ready for this. I start to build the momentum up as I leave the final roller, boosting me into that last climb.
Okay, we're coming up to it.
I deploy my feather and I keep my watts high, but as sustainable as possible. I also stay on the
So
watts
I'm
over
just
the top
flicking through to the
throughout
best bit.
I then use the descent for a micro rest as I don't lose speed here, and then I fully go for it. If
I was
everything goes
gonna
to
say,
plan,
I don't
this will
remember my
catch them
voice
off
doing
guard,
this.
and it will get me enough distance to stop them having me as a draft benefit in their own sprints. I'm also hoping them having to chase me up at 8% climb ruins their plans of an out-and-out sprint finish. So for the 3rd time this week and 64th time in 12 months, let's do this. I didn't swear because my daughter's told me off for swearing too much in recent videos. I'm very sorry.
I might make my videos in
Here we go,
2 times speed from now on.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Look at this. Look at I'm laying down the power, but not too much.
Yeah.
And then
nice
I just constant wattage.
Yeah, I like how
sprinting.
you accelerate into it as well.
Yeah. Just keeping that pressure on. No slowing.
And then you see isn't it brilliant when you see the 1 second appear for the
Yeah,
gap?
that's it.
You're like, I've got a gap.
I looked over, saw the gap, saw that they didn't know what was going on. They weren't sure what was going on. They weren't really reacting.
Oh, Keller came off the power. He lost it.
He did, yeah. And then you can see him react now because they realise I'm not easing off. I'm still keeping the watts on. I'm using the descent.
But that's the worst place to put down the watts. You know,
Yeah, it is,
they
yeah.
needed to put it down on the top.
And then I can smell blood. now they're sprinting.
Yeah, they probably sprint as well, don't
Yeah, it's too late now. Come on! I got the gap.
The determination there. Yes! Go on! Come on!
Delayed round of applause.
Delayed round of applause. How fantastic is that? So congratulations to all those that have had their first wins. I just want to say, though, we've got a Discord channel. The link to the Discord channel, our Discord channel, is in the description below. Come along, join in, and if you've got a first win or you know someone that records their rides and they got their first win, there's a segment channel there. Drop it in there. Let us know, and we'll try and get on the show in the coming episodes. But we really are the people show. Congratulations to everyone that has had their first win. It's a pretty fantastic result.
It brought me. I must have been like near to tears about 4 or 5 times this week just watching them. It makes me so happy. You wouldn't believe how happy it makes me. Honestly, I just watch them over and over as well. I just love it.
I will say also, because I've watched the other channels that you've mentioned as well, the ones that had their wins, and that clip you've shown, like the Zwifty maneuver, me climbing that hill,
Yep.
Simon Jenkins, like it doesn't show all of the races that have gone before it.
No.
To get to the point that we're in that position that we're able to do that.
Yep.
So
well, exactly. Yeah.
It's such a good feeling to overcome that challenge.
Well, yeah, that's the only reason it's worthy, isn't it? If it was easy, if you could just turn up and do it without any grid
effort.
or I won my first race on Zwift Power. Rubbish. I was like, oh, okay. Because there was only 3 people in it or something. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
There was no. That didn't give me a sense of achievement at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
But
Winning at Raw on the line.
Work.
Yeah. Mark Zwift, when I won my first Zwift Power, Mark Zwift made sure I knew that wasn't good enough. Literally, as I got off the bike, he was like, "Yeah, it was only on Zwift Power though. You need to get that first across the line." I was like,
No,
okay.
I don't think that's what he was saying.
No,
we
I know
shouldn't
he
denigrate
wasn't.
Zwift Power wins because they are definitely wins. You know,
I've only said it because I saw him in the
100%
chat.
wins.
So
And we're not trying to denigrate Zwift Power wins, but it just doesn't feel as good, does it?
No, yeah.
No, you've got to get across the line. You have to beat those that are next to you. So yeah.
Okay, and kilometers for kids. So Rob, you did.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's not play it now because we'll play it nearer to the event, I say. But I did an interview with the head honcho of Kilometers for Kids. It's going to be a great event. The end of May, weekends of the sort of 17th and 24th of May. And yeah, it's like a marathon Zwifting event for a great children's hospital in the US, but they treat kids all over the world. And yeah, it's just an amazing charity and an amazing event. Go and find out more, but we'll play it. We'll play the video closer to the time. The full video is on the channel anyway.
Yep. No, it's spot on. It's a great cause, and I'm actually going to sign up and try and snag some of the 3 a.m. slots. So
one just became available today, but now it's gone. So you're very late. And,
no, there's a few other ones there. Don't worry. There's plenty to go around.
Is there?
Yeah. I was looking before.
They're all taken.
Oh, the 3 a.m. ones. I'll have to have a look again. I'm sure there was a couple when I looked at the other day. Maybe they have gone now.
How have you seen the schedule?
Yeah, or maybe I'll have to look again.
It doesn't matter.
All right, guys, let's get our special guest in on the show. He is well known to everyone. He was the original and maybe arguably the best recon guy out there on YouTube.
Whoa! I don't mind him being called the best, but you can't call him the original. You can't diss Sherpa Dave like that, man.
Let's play the intro.
Welcome back to another recon. Welcome back. Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to a recon for the Zwift Games 2024 Epic Route.
Si Bradeley, welcome. How are you, sir?
I am awesome, guys. Thank you for having me on the show. Can I steal that intro?
Yes, you can.
That was epic.
Yeah, no, I can
He
definitely.
does make really good intros. Really good.
Yeah.
I can't contribute much else, but I can do good intros.
Good intros, less good at pronouncing names.
Well, but it's good to know, Rob, that you were on the money there. You were on the money.
You're still not saying it. You're still saying Bradley. What are you saying?
Bradley. That's it, isn't it?
Bradeley, there you go.
Bradeley, you've got it.
I got it.
But I know he's gone for full name. I notice here somewhere. So there's full name here.
Yeah,
in
I
Simon.
saw that. Yeah, I'll go and edit that a bit later on and change it midstream.
Don't worry.
Hey, Si, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us. I know you aren't feeling well. I know I'm not feeling well as well, but appreciate you coming along.
No, really appreciate it.
For people that maybe don't know who you are and haven't seen some of your videos and your cycling endeavours, do you want to give us like a quick,
Where the hell have you been?
a 30-second snapshot of what you've been up to?
Whoa,
No,
yeah.
where have they been?
Yeah, where have they been? Well, I know. Rob's watched every single one of my recons, so that's good. Yeah,
What do you mean? What do you mean? Hang on.
No comments. No comments. We'll get onto that later when we talk about who's the number one reconner out there. But,
Yeah.
A bit of background then. Yeah, I mean, I'm mid 40s now at 43, but I've been riding bikes since I was a kid and racing bikes since I was a teenager. Obviously outdoors, road, mountain bike, track. I've raced cross as well when I was a kid. But I was also riding indoors. Back in the late 90s, I was like
Wow.
at 15 years of age, I was teaching spinning classes at the local fitness club. I think
Jeez.
because I
So
was
you're like doing spinning classes for your mates' mums.
exactly, yeah, exactly. Seriously, I used to go into school, and kids were quite blunt and direct back in the late 90s, I would say. Not so as I don't know, but they were very blunt and direct.
Yeah.
But yet genuinely, I'd turn up and say, "Yeah, Mum said it was a great class last night, by the way," and Which when you're 15 and it's not exactly didn't always go down well. But yeah, I was teaching spinning classes
there was some double entendre going on.
Yeah, I was just wondering about that.
I'm gonna say no. Oh, I'll tell you what. This one time I was teaching a spinning class. I used to do, but all my mates had paper rounds. You get like 15 quid a week to do a paper round. I was getting £12 per class to teach a spinning class. So if I could, I was like saying, can I do 2 classes back to back tonight?
Yeah.
And then I remember this one week, and I did in fact, it was an early morning class. I rocked up to this early morning class. Bear in mind, guys, I was 15 years of age, right? I didn't have the best underwear. But if I put it right. So I had my cycling shorts on underneath, and I sort of wandered across from home. I got my tracksuit trousers on the top, and I put my boxer shorts on, which were not great at the time. And I was that tired. I was running late, got into class, took my tracksuit trousers off, taught this whole spinning class, 45 minutes. I was in front of the mums, going, come on, give it all this and so on. Went back into the changing rooms, looked down and realized I left my boxer shorts over my cycling shorts while I was teaching my mates' mums, like 15 people in this class. And I'm like, I still think about it and stress about it today. It still makes me go red with embarrassment. But
is that one of those things where you wake up at 3 a.m. and you just sort of cringe to yourself when you think about it?
Yeah, still, like 30 years or 20 years later or whatever, I still like, that's why I'm still telling the story 20 odd years on. But so that was my first time teaching, riding bikes indoors, was like spinning classes just to complement the racing and the training. And it was dead easy. I was getting 30 quid a night or something like that, doing an hour's training. It was ace. And I was a 15-year-old lad getting to teach, 20 to 30-year-olds ladies spinning classes, so there was nothing wrong with that at 15. I can tell you about then.
So
and you get the performance aspect as well, don't you? I suppose.
Yeah.
I tell you, I was racing track at the time, so spinning then was really good for leg speed, and I had really good leg speed at the time as well, and that helped with the mountain biking and the track racing and so on. So it really did complement, and it didn't help the 4-hour rides you've got to be doing on the weekends, but as long as you did those, it was still great training. And we know that now. The 4 people sat around this table now, we do 45 minutes to an hour here. And that's pretty much what I do all week, same as you guys. But I can still go out and do 3 or 4 hours with the guys, enjoy a good ride on a Sunday, and it's all good.
How do you fit it all in? Haven't you got like 18 kids or something?
I've got 18, but I've got 5 kids. Yeah, my eldest is I've got 5 kids. My eldest is 18. My youngest is 3.
Oh, that was a mix-up. Sorry.
Just flip that the other way around. But it is busy, and right at this moment in time, anyone who follows me on social media knows that I think I've done like 30 odd hours of flying already so far this year.
Okay.
I'm like every week I've got a flight in and out of the country at the minute. So. And it's going to continue in May, but hopefully the summer I'll be in the UK a bit more. But it's busy. It is busy, but it's good fun. I enjoy it. And you just said there, we've seen Ryan's video there. Seeing those moments and having those moments as the victory and seeing other people succeed as well. That's the best thing for me. Yeah. And I used to get messages doing those recons of this really helped, that really helped. I'm sure you get them, Rob, saying. That Zwifty maneuver in Glasgow that is, now a verb, as we know, doing a Zwifty. I've never got to that point. I mean, how long have I been doing these recons, and no one's ever used my name as a verb.
Yeah, it's just because I had to relentlessly promote it. If anyone did anything similar, I was like, that's mine. You've got to call it this.
Well, yeah, but it's caught on. I don't care how you did it. It's caught on. So
well, if I can point out, I think you're the one, Simon, that actually that coined it. So we jumped into one of your streams the other day, and Rob happened to be in there chatting away as he usually does, and you were the one that actually pointed out how he's a verb now. So that's, I think, up to you. That was yours.
So he is the verb.
He's the verb.
I'm going to transcended the physical world and become language.
I'm just looking down here. You're in the Guinness World Book of Records. Is that right, Si?
I was. Yeah, I was. I was in it twice. But again, we're going back some years now. I know.
We'll
I
get to
look
present
young and
day.
handsome. I know I look young and handsome, but yeah, I'm older than I like to think I look. I could put it that way. But yeah, I did. We did. We did 38 hours the first time on an indoor bike.
Wow.
So that was me and my dad at the time. At a local leisure centre, raising money for a charity. And I think the original record stood at 32 hours. We originally were going for 48, but we got to 38. And then, someone broke that. South African guy broke that record and took it to like 43 hours. And then we found out someone else was doing the same record. Basically, it's the most amount of hours you could do. You got to stay above 20 kilometers an hour. I think it was something like that for the time. You've got to take a 15-minute break every 8 hours. I think these are like standard Guinness endurance record things that you need to do. So we were going to go for 48, and then we found out someone else was doing the record on like 2 weeks' time, if I can put it that way. This is back in 2001. So we said, well, why don't we do it the same day? We brought it forward a week, did it the same day, but we'll start 4 hours ahead of them. So I knew they were starting at 10 a.m. in the morning. So we started at 6 a.m. in the morning. And then just mentally, because you've got to have an official there as well. So we knew that an official would be there, and we just kept in communications. And mentally, I knew I'd always got this barrier, that we'd stay. But in the end, we did 58 hours, or I did 58 hours straight through. Non-stop. Well, like I say, you take 50 minutes every 8 hours. You have 15-minute break every 8 hours, which is basically enough time to, you've got to pee while you're riding, but to go to the bathroom, try and get 5 minutes, close your eyes, and then a little bit of a massage. I was having some IT band issues towards the end, you know what it's like. I mean, I couldn't go 58 hours without sleep, let alone riding a bike now. But then it was.
Was there any expectation to have like the amount of power you were putting down? Did you have to just turn your legs? That was the only stipulation.
Just turn the legs. You'd literally. It was a spin bike, and we've all ridden the spin bike now. So basically what they did was they super glued the magnet of an old speedometer onto the wheel of the spinning bike. It was the official that came was a proper UK time trial official, and you have to have a police officer there as well, and you have to record the whole thing. But basically they put a old style magnet speedometer on the spinning bike, and they do the calibration, whatever, so the wheel size is the same. But you know what, as well as me, once you get them spinning bikes going, you just turn in your legs. And 20 kilometers an hour on one of them spin bikes, it's not that difficult to do. So I just held it just above 20 kilometers an hour and just rolled the legs around basically for 58 hours.
And do you get arrested if you fall below it? Why is there a policeman there?
Because he if I can get my words out, he acts as the official. So he's like the government, or a government body of some kind you have to have there to authorize to say, so it's like when you have your passport done, you've got to get a doctor or someone to sign it who's known you for 8 years. You've got to be of professional status basically to sign that off. So trying to convince the police officer to come and spend 58 hours with you while you're pedaling a spinning bike around for that long is no mean feat. But
how did you feel? Because I've done a few big long endurance events. How did you feel when you finished?
Absolutely spent. I tell you what, having the crowd, we had like a crowd there towards the final hour, and that I've never ridden so fast in my life as I've ridden for that last hour. Like your adrenaline's going, there's people cheering. That's the only moment in my life where we've like popped champagne at the end and we've managed to shake it and got all excited over that. But I was done for like a couple of weeks, in all honesty. I had massive IT band problems. If truth be known, I've had IT band problems for the 20 years following since then. And just felt shattered, and sick and tired and all those things that you get now when you've had a baby and you don't sleep, but magnified from that point of view. But it kind of messed my year up on the bike, in all honesty.
Oh, well, okay.
But
so you don't recommend it as a training technique?
No, I've never been out and done it since. So.
No.
But at least you got the book though.
Wow,
so
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Well, I mean, actually, I've got it here because it's also up on the wall.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
There's
Well,
a certificate. So
Mine would be 8 times that size, in fact.
well, that's
Be on the
original
outside of my
one.
house.
I did have a bigger one, but that's the original one. That is. So
I'm not sure if you've answered this. Is it still standing?
no, it's
okay.
It's been beat many times. I think the key. I did speak to someone who beat my record actually afterwards, and he was ex-army, and he said that basically the people who succeed at those records are the ones that in that 15 minutes can sleep like that.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
it's not the riding that does you in, it's the
Yeah.
lack of sleep which is the real killer in those situations. So yeah, that was the I mean, it's like 5 days or something silly now. It is something ridiculous. I've not
Wow.
Googled it for a long time, but yeah, if you look at like the most amount of hours non-stop on an exercise bike or spin bike, whatever the terminology is now, because I actually think that one says the longest spin of a spinner, that one is. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yep.
I mean, it's not like a spinning top. I didn't sit there spinning a spinning top for 58 hours, but it's the sleep, Ryan.
Yeah.
But you went on to you got to under 23 Great Britain as well, was it, or something like that? One event or something like that?
Yeah. So I basically was racing. I was racing the bike on the road and on the track. People like Ben Swift, Geraint Thomas. I've got race results where me and Geraint are both in the top 15 of under 23.
Who was on top though? Who was on top?
Well, him, and he also was younger than me as well. So I think when I was 22,
No, you beat him, didn't you?
He was still 16. I think there is one result where I'm 2 places. Well, I think I was 8th and he was 10th or something.
All right, there you go.
It is there somewhere, but there's a few. Yeah, most of the results don't go that way. So then, race for the West Midlands team, and then I got one race with a GB under 23 squad, which is the Ribble Valley. We used to be called the Ribble Valley 3-day, I think it was. And then basically I was like the eldest of the under 23 lot. You'd be the Espoirs then. So that was my one and only race as an under 23. Turned senior a couple of months after, and then basically spent the next 20 years getting smashed by elite seniors, essentially. But still trying to ride and race.
Yeah.
But it's a different level nowadays.
Yeah.
It's not me feet though. That.
So
how was it that you found yourself onto Zwift, and more importantly, doing these recon videos?
I was on Zwift in 2017. That's when I got on. And honestly, there was a guy who used to come out on the road with us, Chris Harrison. He's in my team now, still on here. He used to come out on the road with us, and we used to give him that much grief because we never saw him all winter. We'd like, come on, man, get out on a Sunday. We're going to coffee shop. Who cares if it's raining or icy? Just come out and get out. And then he turned up one week in spring and was absolutely flying. And I'd known how strong or not strong he was previously, if I can put it that way, Chris, because he probably listens. He Zwifts every day, and I'm like, okay, this is working for Chris. He's going really well now. Yeah. I just basically rang him one day or texted him and said, "Tell me what you've been doing. What do I do here?" So I got on Zwift. I remember it was in France. Was it in France? Maybe it was Watopia somewhere on one of the rolling courses. I just remember he beat me in France once as well. But yeah, I think I was on one of the rolling courses in Watopia, and I knew I was stronger than him at this point because I've been riding outside of him. And again, he absolutely smashed me. Like happens to everyone when they first come on Zwift, and you think you can ride, you just get smashed. Yeah. And I got dropped. I didn't just get dropped from the B group. I got dropped from every group and everyone that passed me at the time because I'd burned every match that I had in my back pocket of the jersey, and so that's when it started. And generally, I was hooked and been riding indoors ever since. And then the videos, I guess I'd seen, because you mentioned there Sherpa, Rob, being the original one. Yeah. But actually, if you remember Rick, and I forget where he was from, but there was another guy doing it before him called Rick.
Oh, I missed that.
Someone might write in the comments what his channel was called.
Rick.
But he was really detailed. The recons were like half an hour long, and I thought, I haven't got 30 minutes. How do I do what Sherpa and Rick are doing, but in like 10 minutes or less? Because that's what I want. I want to have a quick listen to this video before I jump on a bike, 5 minutes. I'd still like to get them to 5 or 6 minutes. And I've done some video work with a well-known UK retailer, as Rob knows and Ryan knows here in the UK. So I thought I could do a better job than this, or do a reasonable job at this, and that's where it started. And Yeah, I've been doing that now for, I don't know, must be almost 3 years. I've been doing recons, I guess, something like that. I mean, you don't scroll all the way to the bottom because you're going to find stuff that's not just with recons, Nathan, and you know it.
Whoa!
Let me ask, Si, you started your YouTube channel just looking at your oldest videos.
Yeah.
Probably not when you started, but if you're anything like me, you've probably removed some of the old dodgy ones.
Yeah.
But you started with your earliest one 3 years ago. What made you start your YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's a good question, actually. I don't know. I just watched a lot of YouTube. And to be honest, I think I was already Zwifting at the time, and I was watching just a lot of YouTube. I was watching a lot of Cam Jeffers stuff at the time.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And absolutely awesome Zwifter, and his videos were great at the time. He still puts out great content, and I was just getting hooked on there. There was a couple of streamers that were not relating to cycling that are, I still watch. I don't know why, but I just find them so engaging. Like, I watch a guy called Harris Heller. I don't know if you know who he is, but he does all like the OBS, teaching how to use OBS and streaming all that kind of thing.
Yeah, come across.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I've not, it's not like I'm massively into that. I just find him really engaging as well.
Yeah.
And, and like your videos, right? I've watched a few of yours recently as well, and
thank you very much.
You're just engaging, and your edits are really good, and it doesn't matter what the content's like; it's just engaging. And I thought, I just really fancy having a go at that, and just, it felt fun. It looks so, a fun thing to do, and thought, give it a go. Like I say, I'd done some presenting work anyway. That had dried up, so I thought, well, let's see if we can do something ourselves on YouTube, and that's something I'm
maybe some of your friends' mums might be interested.
So I did get a few messages.
He's not wearing his boxers.
Yeah, I'm still dreading that happen here one day. In this studio, that one day I'll come in, do a stream, really sleepy, and there's something I've missed. I'm completely nerdy about making sure everything's clear and out the way these days. So
no, that's awesome. We're going to come back. We're going to check in on Rob and go through the inside line, and then we'll come back, Si, and we'll keep chatting. So Rob, this week we've got the May ZRacing Series. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of, I think they're sort of courses which have either been event only or new courses. So we kick off on... Which
one am I playing first?
I can't remember what I called it, but it should have a good name.
Queen's Highway?
Queen's Highway, that one.
Yep. Gotcha.
So it's Queen's Highway. It's a 3 kilometer loop. It's kind of draggy. Oh, we've got Chris Pritchard doing a C-Cat race.
I haven't seen him in ages.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's happened to him actually.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's kind of draggy. You've got little pitches, but you do. I think it's 5 laps, and yeah, there's little pitches where it gets up to like 7%. There's this, and then the normal finish to the Queen's Highway loop, I think, is at the bottom of this hill, is it? So you come up this drag. It's a long drag, so you want to stay in the draft most of the time, really. Except Si wouldn't, because he likes attacking and making stuff happen. But there's that little pitch there, and so you just do these 5 of these loops, really. And then when you come down to the bottom of the roundabout, instead of going straight ahead to Betty's Tea Shop, you could. I thought I'd better show his wins. I can't tell Chris Pritchard without him. So you're not doing this. We're not doing a sprint here, but
what game
I thought I'd show him winning. What a dude! Look at him, just nonchalant. But yeah, then you come down. Yeah,
now we're being serious now with Eric
for the 5th time.
We're not messing about.
Yeah, and then you got really sharp pitch before the com actually starts, up to about 14%, and then you've got a sort of 5%ish bit, and then it flattens off to about 2% for a couple of 100 meters, and then up you go. And this is where most of the races are going to be won and lost here. Really, yep. I would imagine. You can't in any of the bigger races anyway. It's going to be pretty full on. And getting away on those loops is going to be pretty hard. So most of it's going to come down to there. And even if you do get away, you're likely going to lose a lot of time on this climb. So you want to have a good gap, or have tons of energy to take it all the way. It's pretty consistent, 6-7%, flattens off a bit towards the top. Oh no, Eric's got caught here, but it's not the finish for him, so he's all right. And then, it shallows off a bit at the top, so you want to put your effort in at that, at that 7% bit at the bottom. Very short, flat bit at the end.
Eric has just said in chat that was an old one. He doesn't seem very happy. That,
oh, really? Oh,
you've shown him struggling in 15th place there.
Well, it was only a group ride.
So, so that's for May. What are the other routes, Rob? Do we know what the other routes are for the rest of the series? Or?
Yeah, we do. We have got another video, which is
that?
just very brief video, which shows the other routes.
Is that the
so I think second one,
bag that badges, or
it should say bag the badge.
Yep.
Stages 2 to 4.
Gotcha.
Or something like that. Something. Yeah. So we've got our hilly route reverse, which I thought knew better than classic reverse and pack perimeter reverse. I've barely rode any of them, but hilly route reverse is quite similar to lap it up. So you've got the hilly. I can't remember if it's hilly come forward, but it's the one that you go around just the 190-degree turn, really sharp, and then climbs up. You don't take the bypass down to the downtown Watopia, but then you do the full hilly com. And then this is classic, so it's the reverse of the one that we've been doing this week. Not much. It's kind of less climby. You haven't got a sharp climb anywhere really. You've got sharp descent and then more kind of rolling. And then I can't remember what this is. Oh, pack perimeter reverse. So it's got Hamel Hill. This is the best of the lot, I think. Yeah. Good for breakaways, good for 1 minute power, and then a nice sort of descent, and then up into the finish. Gives you options of different ways to go. If you've got good 2 minute power, you can go early. If you've got good 1 minute power, you can take it at the end, or possibly even just wait for the sprint. So yeah, that's the best of the lot. But yeah, I would say 8 out of 10 for those courses this month. Pretty good.
What do you think, Si?
I felt really nervous saying them there with the recon man sat down.
No pressure,
me.
Rob.
Any critiques there?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Come on, Si, unload.
No, I mean, I'm not as proactive in the races as I used to be, mainly because I can't be in these A categories anymore. But
you're A now.
Yeah, I've raced A, I think, now for the last 2 ZRL seasons.
Oh, sorry.
And thank you. So yeah, it depends where you are in the pack. I mean, that first route that's coming up this week, the reverse one, Queen's Highway reverse, right? It's that's survivable, I think, for most. And
no, it's not reverse. It's Queen's Highway after party.
Queen's Highway after party. That's it. Yeah. So, but even up to that sprint there, it's quite climbing up to that sprint. And because if I remember rightly, Z Racing, it's all about the GC on time, isn't it? So you know that the groups are going to be pushing it for the pace. They will in the A categories. That was my experience last time round.
Yeah, I mean, I think nowadays, like the GC is just decided on Mondays at 6:10. You've got to be in those races if you want to do the GC, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then, everyone else is just going for the stage for the rest of the week, pretty much, because you just can't get near the GC if you're not in that race, because that's the one that goes fast.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. If you're picking the right race, you can do it. But I guess on a Monday it's going to be pretty tasty. Then the rest of the time you're just going for the making sure you get one of those 3 trophies, preferably that gold one, on whichever one you choose. So no, it's all right. For me, I think Rob intimated there that my favourite one would be that part perimeter reverse. For sure, because you've got plenty of options on that final drag as you come up, because you're coming past the pen where the pen's on your right hand side for that finish, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you've
he knows more than me about everything. I don't know. I was just nodding. I don't know that.
Part perimeter the normal way round, you've got that little pitch just before the finish line where no doubt you probably do a verb and go early. But coming the other way, it's a much more of a drag out of the dip. So you've, like you said, you've got more options there, because if you've got a good 1 to 2 minute power, you can put it down there and open up a gap, and we may never see you again. So
it's a pity they haven't got the anvil there. I like the anvil there for like coming down that, get a gap before it, anvil, boom, and it's over. But
no, agreed. don't fault any, don't fault anything Rob said there. Absolutely bang on the money.
Oh, well done. That's it. Sign off on that one.
Good job.
So speaking of which, Si, do you know what Zwift level you are at the moment?
In 60, somewhere around there, maybe. Yeah, honestly, I've not logged in for a little while, so as you guys know, but yeah, 62, maybe 63.
We'll get 62. This may or may not be important later on. So just make a note of that.
I knew it was around that. I knew I'd recently got fire socks, I think. So
okay.
I knew it was somewhere around there.
Yep. 62.
So we're
okay.
talk about why you're not Zwifting much. Are we going to talk about that?
Yeah, I think we're going to touch on it. We can't give too much away there, but there's been some changes, Si.
Yeah, I mean, this Rob probably is going to be the number one Zwift recon guy. I'd say now. So, well, yeah, it's questionable whether I'll be back. I think to do ZRL next time rounds. Never say never, but it's looking unlikely at the moment. But yeah, I think everyone knows I've been riding more and more on the Whoosh anyway.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of the Sunday Race Club. And that I've never for quite some time I've not been racing that much anyway. I've been training and I've been doing key races. Whereas I used to race all the time, all the week. I took on a coach and then basically was doing more training and then just picking the races, making it really focused. So I've done ZRL this time round. That was the focus of the week. And then Sunday Race Club on a Sunday with MyWhooosh has been, I guess, the number one focus. I really just enjoy that race. That is a tremendous event. Very different. I've enjoyed learning the dynamics. The racing is more akin to racing on the road, I would say.
Okay.
You definitely can't sit in a bunch and then sprint at the end. It just doesn't work that way, particularly with Sunday Race Club because it's quite climby. I've not won a race. I've not been in the top 10 of a race for quite some time. But you know what? That was also reflected when I race on the road. So it's just very, very different. So yeah, I've been racing on there for quite some time now. I'm training on there. And then basically I went to them. They were looking for some coaches to do some videos online. So basically they're starting to do these video on demand. So if you want to go and do a 40-40 session and get coached with a coach, that's basically what MyWhooosh are looking to add to their platform now. So on MyWhooosh, you'll be able to do your session with me, a little video in the corner, coaching you through this session, essentially. This is one I did on my own, but essentially this is built into the game now.
Yep.
And I'll say it's not just me. Other coaches are going live pretty soon as well, and they'll have this whole library of coaches, group workouts. So the four of us could work out together on the same workout. Essentially all inbuilt into the platform. So they asked me to do these, and then I went to him and said, look, I want to do more with you guys. I really love what you're doing. And as it is, I'm going to be spending more and more time on MyWhooosh and helping them in some other areas as well. So there's more to come on that. It's still early days, but yeah, that's where I'm spending my time at the moment. And I think having this on-demand videos and live workouts, I think it's really to be able to combine that, because let's be honest, Peloton have kind of been doing that.
I was going to ask you, is it a sort of, are they going down the road that the area that Peloton own, because they don't own the competition zone, but they do own the stay at home fitness
workout.
I
think
I mean Peloton has become kind of a verb, talking about verbs in a more serious way, but they have become a verb in the same way that Google has become a verb for
looking for things,
the internet.
It's not that they definitely not attracting that audience. I guess that audience would be nice to them. However, the training sessions are cycling training sessions. They're not general fitness sessions that you'll find on Peloton, for example. I'll be honest, I took a Peloton membership out just for my wife's got one, just to do some investigation, see what the coaches were like and so on. And it's very much like the spinning classes were back in the late 90s. It's just about high energy, visualize you climbing up a mountain, stay with the rhythm of the music, that kind of thing. That's not what MyWhooosh want to do.
No.
MyWhooosh is, you're a cyclist, you want to train for a crit, for a cafe ride, a fondo, then we'll take you through a training plan or we'll guide you through a session. So they are structured training sessions. It's not just come along and have a really great 30 minutes of exercise, which is great. But this is for cyclists, for triathletes, and so on. So I think the coaches that, the coaches that we'll get probably will be cycling coaches, you know, and people we know and things like that. So that's different from Peloton, but I think it's nice to see this crossover from cycling esports, so we can get on there and have the best performance racing, but you can also have this training aspect to it as well. So that's where they're going. I've done some stuff for them early, and I think we're going to do more.
Can I ask, for someone who's only been using Zwift, I say only a year, I've been using Zwift for a year, and I only got into it by accident. And I know that there's a lot of hardcore Zwifters in the chat and a lot of hardcore Zwifters that, you know, live and die by the platform. What would you, I know you're not in their sales department, but just out of interest, from an avid user yourself, I've never used MyWhooosh. What would be a USP? What would be a selling point for me to move away from Zwift and give them a crack?
I went over because I felt and still feel that the esports side is their major focus.
Right.
First and foremost, that's what they want to do. They want to develop cycling esports.
Yeah. So
there are certain aspects there that they have built from the ground up. You know, finish line technology. I know that comes up a lot, but that's one of the things that I believe that has held Zwift back in some aspects.
You don't like the excitement of not knowing whether you actually win a race or not?
I love the excitement.
Until half an hour later on Zwift Power.
How many times? I honestly, Rob, you've had the same. You know, how many times when I know I've come second on the screen, but then I've come up and I'm like, brilliant, I got the win. Excellent.
It always works in my favour as well. I've never had one go against me, I don't think.
Yeah, I think the same for me, actually. It's always gone in my favour from that point of view. But for me, that was predominantly why I moved. But I also, honestly, Ryan, I just wanted a new challenge. You know, I said, I've been Zwifting since 2017. And I just wanted a different racing experience. And those Sunday race clubs are incredibly tough. They're incredibly tough challenges. They're an hour and 20 minutes for the average. You know, I'm in category 3. Those category 1 guys are probably racing for about an hour. That's your Lionel Vujassans, your Kaminskis, you know, Ollie Joneses of the world, essentially. I'm in Cat 3.
So
I mean,
are there names from Zwift that we recognise? Are the people who are moving over? Are they
if you look at the top or all the categories, you're going to recognise Zwift names all the way down.
Wow. Okay.
For sure. Yep. You know, and obviously I've got it. You know, you guys. I know you guys have got your team. We have the Level Racing team as well. And we're having more and more Zwifters come over to Level and say, "Wait, we see what you're doing on Whoosh as well. Can we come be a part of that?" You know, I've just had the Wattage Wizards, as they were previously called, just join Level this week, for example, just because they want to come over and join MyWhooosh and get into that Sunday race club. So yeah, absolutely, Rob. You'll see the same names that you've probably seen before, and some additional, because it's free as well. That's the other aspect. So there's some of the, you know, the territories where it might be more difficult to find €15, £15 a month. You know, we're seeing more people and from those sorts of populations, I guess. So it's making it more accessible to groups that maybe couldn't afford £15 a month as well, which is really cool.
How populated and accessible are the races and all the events now on MyWhooosh? Because I think that was one of the things that I saw when I was looking at platforms a year ago. I think I came across MyWhooosh, and one of the challenges that gets mentioned quite a lot is the frequency of races and the ability to jump in one where it's populated.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess right now they don't have the same number of users at Zwift on. So there are races on the platform every day. From what I can see, you know, because I'm talking from a user point of view, a racer point of view. You know, I'm doing these videos for them, but just as a racing point of view, Sunday Race Club has been the real focus. That's clear. That is the most populated race that they do.
Yeah.
But they, you know, OTR are now putting their team time trials on MyWhooosh. I noticed yesterday the OTR Masters were on there. You know, and OTR have been on multiple platforms, you know, previously, and I think still work across multiple platforms. So I know that a couple of other event organisers are also looking to move their events over to MyWhooosh. So in short, yes, Ryan, I think you probably go on there now, and if you pick, sometimes you'll get 10, 20, 30 riders. You'll pick sometimes you may get less than 10 single numbers in there. Yeah. But I think I really like what they're doing. Having spoken to some of the team now, very, very briefly, they're really passionate, which is why I'm saying to them, look, I want to be involved in what you're doing, because they really want to push the sport side. They're growing. They really want to push the sport. So, this is me going, generally I went to MyWhooosh a couple of months ago and said, look, I want to be part. How can I be part of what you guys are doing? Because I want to be at the World Champs if I can, not as a rider, but just to be there and see it. Because I was in Scotland for the Zwift one 2 years ago. It was a great experience. I'd like to be there, but also, is there any way I can help you and be part of what you're doing? And that's what we're trying to explore with MyWhooosh at the moment. So, I'm trying to get myself involved as much as I can. And if that means I've got to go back and do spinning classes on Whoosh, then that's what I'm doing. But I think it's coming, Ryan. It'll take time, but there is plenty. You can go and ride. They've got, like Indy Velo, I guess there's bots you can ride with. There's crit races, but there's more stuff.
Is it
coming as
categorized
well.
racing as well?
Yes. So it's not like ABCD. They use like category 1 to 4 system. I think a lot of the midweek stuff is open. But that will be, I think they're looking to categorize that also. But the Sunday Race Club is categorized. Like I said, I'm riding Cat 3 at the minute. There's another podcast show out there, Zwift one, Cat 3, yeah.
Well, is one the highest, or?
So yeah, one's higher. So yeah, it's like the UK license essentially. You've got the first cat, second cat, third cat, fourth cat, essentially.
So Chris Pritchard's going to be in 4.
So Pritchie will be in 4 probably if he comes out.
Commonwealth Games medalist.
So
he's down to 4th.
The shorter sprint races anyway. So he's got to go and root out those crit races essentially.
Yeah, we've got Niall in the chat who's just said that he's in a Cat 2 race this weekend.
Niall Batty, right?
Yeah.
Who's in 1 then?
Yeah,
it is.
All the top guys.
Lionel Vujacic.
Niall and Si aren't in the top category, but the bloody hell are.
The go to the sport, Lionel Vujacic. I mean, I consider Lionel to be the GOAT because he's been Zwifting since the year dot. He was there in beta. He was there at the CVR events. I don't know if you guys remember the CVR events, but if you get a chance, go back at YouTube CVR esports events. They were the very first live cycling esports events on Zwift. They were amazing, and he basically was the first guy to win money doing cycling esports. And now I'm not sure if it's his full-time job, but he basically is the best of the best. Him, Kaminsky, and Ollie Jones, they're up there as the best. They rode Zwift Games, they rode Premier League, and still do that at the same time. But yeah. I'm going back.
Embarrassing me with your wealth of esports knowledge,
Rob. I know. You're into it, and I know your blood runs orange from that point of view. But I've been that nerdy about cycling esports. I have watched, like Pritchard's video, mentioned Cam Jeffers earlier. All those CVR videos from 2016, 2017 that are on YouTube. I was sad enough to go back and watch them all, and I've watched them recently as well. I recently went back and watched the CVR events. That's it. Phenomenal events.
That's 7 years ago.
Really?
Amazing, right?
Oh, wow. What a great user interface they've got as well.
There's one event, the one you want to go back and you get a chance is CVR Vancouver. I think it was 2018 finals. Go back and watch that. It was absolutely a phenomenal final. Yeah, epic event. And, say Lionel, was it, how many years ago did you say that was? 7? 7.
Yeah,
so, Lionel Vujacic back into, I'd say he basically hasn't aged, that guy, but, he's still winning the top events now. He's an absolute legend.
So Noel Batty in the chat has just said that 5.8 watts per kg for 12 minutes got him Cat 2. So it seems like a challenging.
Yep, there we go. So Si, you mentioned your team Level, but you've also got a merch brand as well, Level Velo. How's that?
That's really loud, Nathan.
Is it? Sorry.
Yeah.
There's Lionel.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, I recognise him. Yeah. Can you turn the video audio off?
Oh yeah.
He's a very light, slight rider. We can see him physically.
That's gone really louder.
He's out of the saddle.
Is that better?
Kind of tapping it up this hill. That's one
No,
of
it's far worse.
Areas of rise in this whole section. Okay, as you see it, Beth, what's your sense of just how people are?
It's still really loud, Nathan.
Put it on mute. Just mute it.
Okay.
That's it. There we go. There we go. There we go. All good.
But
that was my fault for suggesting it. Sorry.
yeah, that's all right. And yeah, so Si, your clothing brand,
Level Velo.
Yeah, Level Velo.
thank you.
So how did that come about?
Well, to be honest, I was involved with a cycling clothing manufacturer previously.
Yep.
Doing some consultation work for them from a marketing and sales point of view, because I guess that's my background professionally. And then, basically, I pitched to them, actually, we should do an indoor range. Again, quite a few years back, and they were like, nah, it's never going to, this indoor cycling lot's never going to take off. Don't forget to subscribe, Nathan, essentially. And then, so I basically said, I'm going to do it myself then. And so almost everything in here is indoor specific. We have now doing outdoor ranges as well. So this season, I've just done a load of time trial speed suits for Aaron Borrell for BL13, for example, a couple of the ABUS Synergy guys who obviously won the Grand Prix this time. Just done a couple of speed suits for their outdoor season this year as well. So yeah, indoor and outdoor clothing, all custom as well. So any team, you'll see a whole bunch of teams: Dirt, Synergy, BL13. So basically, a little bit of an advert there, which I appreciate, guys. But if your team wants kit, then making for your team, then come and see us, essentially. But yeah, a whole range of jerseys, base layers with zips, outdoor, indoor shorts. It's all there.
Wow.
Very good.
So I think this is our third year in now.
Yep.
We're just getting to the point where, because it was just me and my wife, Emma, my wife, doing the business, and then thanks to the community and everyone who's purchased, then we're just actually about to hire a third person in the business to help support how busy we are. So I really
cool, man.
Really appreciate it.
Who does the designs?
There's a mix of people. Actually, Chris Fenker, I don't know, you know Chris Fenker, this is Munike. His son is a graphic designer, Connor. So he actually did this design here.
Okay.
So I think his initials are on the back of this jersey, if I remember rightly. So his initials are on the bottom left there, CS. So anyone who puts a design into us and we decide to make it can have their initials put on the jersey, is one way. We've just done a designer jersey competition. That was sort of the last thing we did on the recon. So we're going to utilize some of those designs as well. In part of the next step. So yeah,
HCT were very keen to win that. Dan Clark.
Dan messaged me quite a bit. It was a really tricky one, that, and I'm going to be really open. I'll put it out here now, but I did say on the video that we wanted non-team designs, because obviously I can't sell a team design to the general public.
Yeah.
But so basically, I've done two things now, because a team did win. It was Black Horse Velo got the most votes. Big team. Right. I think they're a Polish team. They got the most votes. So I have said to them, look, I'll make a jersey for you, because that's what I agreed. No problem at all. And hopefully we'll make more jerseys for them and their team. But then there's Pete's I'm trying to remember Pete's surname, but he's got a design company anyway. He did a design, which is phenomenal. You have to find it on my social media, on the Level Velo social media. In fact, it's not on there. I'll have to show it another point. But they got second. That was the sort of the design that was a non-team. So that he has also won. So we're just coming up with the design with Pete now that I'm making for him, because he matches the bike that he also painted and designed himself. And then we're going to put it on for sale for the general public.
Oh, how awesome is that?
Yeah,
good.
It's going to be pretty good. So we're trying to get the community. So if people got designs, send them in, because we'll make them. We're doing one for Sir Zwift a lot, JP Leclerc.
Oh yeah.
So we're doing a design for him as well, which is pretty rad and cool. So hopefully that'll be ready. That'll be ready and for sale for the start of sort of the next indoor season as well, and we'll get a little emblem, to give a nod with him as well. But I'd like to do an Eric Lee one, but he never wears a jersey, does he? So you just have to be like.
He always rides naked, but he has said in the chat he'd like he has said in the chat he'd like a headband. So I don't know if you can.
Oh, headband.
What I've said to Eric is that basically all like the bibs. We could brand those. So what I want to do is put don't get dropped cycling down the bibs here.
Nice. Yeah,
down the straps.
So I have promised him that I'll do that, and I could probably get a headband done for him too as well.
So did Dan from ATT not even make the podium?
He didn't know. He didn't. But no, I did share a few messages because Dan's mate had spotted a few loops in the voting system. So and he still didn't win. But yeah,
no, we didn't exploit it. They didn't exploit it. I'm in the
no, I know they
Discord
didn't.
server.
I know
they were
didn't.
saying no, don't try and cheat, even though you can.
Yeah.
All right,
but it was a nice design. Yeah, it was good design that with a stag on the front, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh, reindeer. It was possibly
Reindeer.
Nathan.
We're going to move on to your video of the week. So,
okay, cool.
If that's okay with you.
Good, grand.
Remind me, are we doing the intro for you again, or we're just going straight to the video?
Let's go straight in because you said the intro was too much hard work. So we'll go straight in.
Well, it's the old video, but I really liked it. Okay, well, let's not do that then.
Oh, right, let's do it.
We'll kick into it.
It's all good.
All right. Oh, hang on. There we go.
Hello and welcome to this week's special segment I've now renamed Ryan Condon's section of Zwift-related videos that you might not have seen but really should. Catchy title. Thank you, Lee Cassidy, for suggesting this. I bet that when you did, you thought I wouldn't pick it. Well, I did. Thanks for suggesting it in our Discord channel. In this section every week, I choose at least one Zwift or cycling related YouTube video that I think you should watch while you're on the trainer or on the sofa. How you watch it is up to you, I'm not your mum. This week, I have 2 suggestions for you, so let's get started. Last week, as I'm sure you know, I set up one of my now famous epic races. It was a race up out to Zwift. We talked about it in the last show. Please don't worry, I'm not yet egotistical enough to put one of my own videos in my own video suggestion section on this show. Not yet anyway. On the back of that race, loads of people taking part made their own videos from their own unique perspective. And even though this race, Up Out to Zwift, was one race, it certainly wasn't completed in the same way twice. My choice for you this week, if you choose to accept it, is a video by a small YouTuber brilliantly named Quarter Ton Activities. Some of you may recognise his name from a powerhouse win on a primetime race a couple of weeks back in Cat D on the Seaside Sprint course.
900 watts, but at quarter ton, there is a reality that if you do weigh a quarter ton, you probably could put out.
He is on a journey of weight loss and improved fitness and is using his trainer on Zwift to facilitate that journey. It's all very inspirational stuff. Please go and watch more of his videos. He is a very, very engaging guy. Last week, he attempted to complete Out to Zwift with me and 240 plus other riders that also started in the same race. And like me, he is quite the robust chap. His words, not mine. And for him to complete this climb was an endurance effort and a half. This video he made is not just great for his epic endurance attempt, which is pretty epic, but also for his commentary, specifically how much he embraces the challenge with those around him.
When I found the scale to scale myself, I was 517 pounds. Right now, I went to the doctor today. I'm 380 pounds right now. People who are heavy, a lot of us who just want to rock, challenge ourselves too, and knowing that we weren't gonna be alone. But every time you see me stop, that's me contemplating, going, I really want to just quit this thing. And I'm being open with y'all, man, because I know a lot of people go, nah, man, I was all hyped up and I was gonna ride this thing to the end. I'm being real with you. These little thumbs up people gave me.
This video is what Zwift is all about for me and is a must for anyone that needs some motivation right now to get back on their trainer or bike and ride or push that little bit harder in that next race. Please also leave him a comment on his vids. He's trying to get to 250 subs, and I know your support would be appreciated by him. It's obviously a big driving factor in his motivation, and I can very much relate to that. My second suggestion is from a live streaming Zwifting YouTuber named Marky Mark. And this video of his was live streamed on his channel, where he joined a motley crew of powerhouse Zwifters, one of which is our very own Zwifty Zwifter, where they attempted to gang together to outwit their opponents on the London Classic course with one goal in mind, to help one of their teammates, Peter, to his first and long hoped for win in BCAT. It's a very, very dramatic video full of twists and turns, literally and figuratively. On a side note, did you know that the 180-degree turn at the end of the mall on this course is the only turn in Zwift with enforced braking? That was a new one on me. I'm not going to spoil the end of the video. Suffice to say that it was very enjoyable and extremely exciting to watch.
Get to the back. We attack from the back. People make it hard to start with. And then we come through towards the end.
That's number 1 bus stop.
Yeah,
You going?
I'm not using the car. Nothing to do bus stop. Are we on? Everybody on? Yeah.
This video from Marky Mark, as well as Quarter Tons vid, will be linked in the description. Please go and check them out. You won't regret it. Tell them I sent you. Thank you for watching this week's Ryan Condon section of Zwift-related videos that you might not have seen but really should. I like this title. It really rolls off the tongue. Don't forget to offer your suggestions up in my special video section on our Discord channel, on the ITD Discord channel. And next week, I might be highlighting your suggestion. And now, back to Nathan, Rob, and future me in the studio.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
Oh, well done, mate. That was awesome. Like Ty was just saying, that's incredible. That's just he's a super great guy, really nice to listen to. So for those that haven't watched his videos, I've put a link to his channel in the description below, along with Marky Mark. So if you haven't seen their channels, go along there, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification button, drop them a comment, and shower them in some positive feedback, guys.
Yeah, they're brilliant videos.
There's nothing
really
that girds my loin. Oh no, sorry, I won't go do that again.
It's always about your loin, isn't it? All right. I think it's we're going to do the quiz. Yeah, it's quiz time.
Yeah. I'm very intimidated by going up against Si though.
Yeah.
This is
I've got to get involved, have I?
Yeah, you've got to get involved. So you've got to get a phone out. So there's the details on the screen there. You can use a QR code, or you can use your favorite device, iPad, Android, iPhone. Go to www.kahoot.it and enter that PIN number there that you can see on the screen. And whilst everyone is doing that, I'm going to take us through this week's challenges. Now, I mentioned at the start of the show that last week or last episode, Rob, oh, that's right. Hang on one second. While everyone's jumping into that, where is... Hang on. I'm going to come back to that in a second. And I'm going to bring up Rob's effort. If I can find it. Maybe I can't find it. What have I done with it?
So someone's just put as a challenge, Niall's just put Mount Fuji max effort for Rob.
Hang on. I'm just going to go back in. There we go. And there's...
my max effort on Mount Fuji would be 2 minutes and then say, sod that.
Yeah.
What's
so what was the Big Mig one?
Did I try my average?
Oh, so
yeah, 320. That's what
yeah, Big Mig. They're doing so Miguel in
2 for the first time this year.
Did
yeah,
the
you
hour
said
record.
Stacey,
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to change bike.
But,
yeah,
so they're going to simulate his power.
I really can't get to it. Not good. Man's pointing the wrong way. Didn't know good at all. I feel like giving up. Don't think I can do it.
This is a
Hands
great
are burning already. Can't pedal. What's going on? Couldn't find a gear.
So good.
Yeah, I'm trying, but really struggling now.
This is genius, Nathan. Genius.
Oh god! But you did get it done, which was incredible. So thank you very much for that, Rob.
I was mainly saying I hate you, Nathan. During that video, you seem to have cut all that out.
All right. No,
I didn't have the game pin.
All right, so there, jump in. There's the game pin there. Go and connect to it. Now, this week's challenges, while everyone's connecting in, the two I've come up with is so if Rob loses, this is the challenges that he's going to, or the winner's going to choose for Rob. But if Rob wins, he's going to choose one of those for me to do. So the first one is to race one of the Z races, and I don't like to look at the first one, on an atomic cruiser or a, what was it, the Buffalo bike? Or
what?
The second option is to do a lap up Bologna on a hand bike.
On a hand bike? Bologna? What, man?
Just
Can
one
I
lap
ask a
though.
favour? Can we lose the audio for Kahoot?
Yeah, we can.
There's 25 people as well. Oh, can you tell Eric to leave? He's too good.
Eric's in it. Eric's in it.
Look at that.
Man.
All right, and so I'll quickly, for size benefit, so there'll be
Scarlett!
There's
Hi,
10
Scarlett.
questions. Rob, shh. There's 10 questions, and they'll all be a little bit different. So there might be some that are multiple choice questions, that are some questions where you've got to type the answer. So you've got to know the answer, you've got to type it in. There'll be, I think there's a true and false question at the end, which is double points. And there's a couple of questions, I think, that are reveals. So you've got to get the question right to get the points, but also the faster that you can answer, the more points you get. Okay? So we've got 26.
We've got MVDP in. So
Ginger Warrior's in there.
Yeah, and we've also got Eric Lee in twice, apparently, according to his chat. So he's got
he can't have
multiple
two accounts in there.
Yeah,
He's
like an Instagram farm. He's got multiple devices up on the wall.
He's got a Teams Trust or a Brains Trust going, has he?
Yeah.
So he's going to use one of them to guess one answer and one of them guess the other. Is that
Yeah.
All right, we ready to get this started? Vita's in there as well. God, almost
I'm
30.
nervous.
Are you ready? So these are, this will be, let's get into it. This is how well do you know your general Zwift knowledge. All right, question number 1. Zwift intend to release a new climbing route in Watopia. What will it be called?
Oh, that was quick. That was quick.
Eric's fast though, isn't he? That's a problem. Yeah. I'm already ready worried about Eric.
He's got his entire family with a device going. Right. This makes for a good podcast, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. There we go. Yeah, the grade. That was an easy one. So that's just to get everyone warmed up. So the questions will get progressively harder. All right. Question number 2. Well, sorry. Let's go to the scores. Simon. So I'm really going to want people to beat Rob in this one, okay? Because I really don't want to do these challenges. All right. Now, we mentioned this earlier on the show.
Yeah, I've still got no idea.
I'm 2 for 2 so far.
I think I said all of those numbers.
You did, yeah.
That's right.
That's why Nathan was desperately trying to guide you to the correct one.
I got it wrong.
You got it wrong.
Yeah. Incorrect. Brilliant.
Oh, no.
I love it.
Oh, Rob's moving up.
He's second.
That's it, Simon.
Equal, really?
Yeah, equal. Joint top.
Yeah, that doesn't happen often. Look at that tight gap between all 5.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Question number 3.
Type the answer.
Nope. Which Zwift route is this? You go type the answer.
So
there's
slow.
mad clacking now.
So slow there. I knew it and I just wasn't typing it.
I think I've got it.
Don't worry if you got a variation of the name. I've given a few different alternatives.
So slow.
There we go. Then two, then top without a hyphen.
Yep.
Well, nice pronunciation, Ryan.
Thank you.
All right.
Champs-Élysées.
Champs-Élysées. All right.
Oh, wow. Ryan's on top. Oh, my word.
He's moved up.
The guy's on fire.
Come on, Ryan. You can do it.
That's it. I've got the taste for winning.
Question number 3. Which one of these event-only routes received a badge in the latest update this week?
Oh, I've lost it. I've lost the plot. I've gone too early.
I'm confident on this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, people listen to my recons. That's nice. That's nice.
Oh, come on. Come on.
I've been dropped.
I won't rob the win.
Zwifty's still there.
Yeah. You've got to shake him, guys.
It's consistency.
In order of release date, which Zwift World was the most recent? You got to type your answer.
What? Oh, man. I mean, is May a word?
I do like how when I typed into AI and I said, give me a list of all the Zwift worlds, this is what it came back with. So if you look closely at the names there,
they're spelt wrong.
They're all nonsensical. Yep, so of course Scotland.
Bollocks.
Only 8.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Oh, Peter, yes, come on.
Peter's gone to the top.
Come on, and Simon,
Once
that's
Peter
it, back
gets
him
in
up.
front, there's no catching him. You don't want to be chasing Peter, do you, mate? Once he's got a lead.
Yep.
Oh, man, he's on top. He won the he won the Z race from lap 1 of 3.
Yeah, no, he did really. He's a
Last week.
strong rider. All right, next question. Question number 6. AI imagined what this route might look like based on its name. What is the name of this route?
Oh. Look at the dancing dinosaur at the back.
No,
that's so good.
He is having fun.
Yeah. Looks like a carnival balloon.
He's cheering on Rob. Yes, of course, Jurassic Coast. But how do we go with speed, though? Oh, Pete's still in front. Good work, Pete.
Oh, no change.
That's all I like to see.
It's not going to make me do Bologna. He wouldn't. Neither would Simon.
Oh, we'll find out.
You know, they're teammates. They wouldn't do that to me.
Next question. Question number 7. Which Watopia route is this?
Ooh.
No, we've got 2 guys that have got to get this right. Pressure's on.
One of them won on the volcano recently, so
Yeah, you'd think you know it.
him.
Legends
Thank goodness
and...
I got it right.
You got that one right?
Yeah, thankfully.
Legends.
Oh, Rob's moved back up.
Oh, he's up there.
It's only
I've lost it. Where's the... I can't see anymore. What's going on? I
What have
can't
you-
see the quiz.
Have you disconnected, have you?
Uh-oh.
What? No.
Is that dropout? Connection
What?
error.
Oh, what? Can you pause? Oh, no.
Yeah, it's all right. Relax.
What's going on?
Self-sabotage.
Rob got dropped.
Rob got dropped. This is the beauty of a live show.
Ah, what? I don't understand what's going on.
Have you closed the browser down?
Oh, okay.
You back?
Sorry, I just closed the window. Okay,
Ah.
yeah. Oh, winning! Yes, go on!
Rob got dropped. Push him.
All right, next question. Where are we? Question number 8. Not including the lead-in, which one of these routes is the longest?
Oh my god.
Not including the lead-in.
These are bloody close, man.
I know.
It's not like you chose them massively different, is it?
No,
Jesus.
I never do. Out and back again.
Well,
I
was
did actually
go for that one first. And the only reason I didn't go for it is because I know it's got a massive lead in. Because the first time I did it, was like,
Si looks really confident on that one. How'd you go, Si?
No, I was out.
No,
I was out. Nope.
Here we go. Simon's back to the top.
Not Simon. Jenkins, come on, Simon. Do me a favour, man.
Simon's got quite a big
I'll
lead
do
on
you.
you.
A favour anytime.
Or MVDP is lurking in the background there, but I don't think he'll be be able to do much about it.
2 more questions, Simon.
All right.
You can do this.
Question number 9. Which Watopia route is this? That's a bit of yeah, that's an iconic one. If you know it, you know
I've
it.
gone for the wrong one. I've gone for the wrong one. Oh, no.
Oh, no. He's crumbled under pressure. He is absolutely crumbled.
Oh, Road to Ruins. It's exactly where Rob's gone.
I went for Downtown Titans. I know it's not Downtown
Bob.
Titans.
He's not even going to make the first screen here.
I think so. I'm safe.
This is last
Come on,
question,
Simon.
guys.
I'm safe.
Simon, I need you to do it. Simon, you need to answer this right.
Final question. True or false? Double points.
Here we go, Rob. Come on.
The route of Tour of Fire and Ice has less elevation than Road to Sky.
Son of a gun. I hate Bologna.
So the winner gets to choose the punishment. Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Who's it going to be?
Oh, that is correct. False was the answer. All right. Who do we have as our new winner? Zwifty third. Bum, bum, bum. Ruben D.
What?
Here we go. This open chat.
Old Bob.
Old Bob.
I wonder who Old Bob is. Fourth was Eric, and fifth was MVDP. Well done, guys. Thank you very much. So, Old Bob has to get into the chat. Hopefully, he will come into the chat very shortly and can let us know what challenge Rob is going to have to face up to this week. What's happened, Rob? This is two quizzes in a row you've lost.
There's 25 people. How am I meant to beat 25, man? I did mess up that Downtown Titans one. If he doesn't turn up, then I choose.
What happens if Old Bob doesn't appear in chat?
Oh, what we can do is we can pass it across to our guest, and he can make the choice.
No, it's got to go to second place.
So, if you had to choose between going up Bologna on the handbike or racing a Z race on a atomic cruiser, what would you choose?
I think I would go Z race. Atomic Cruiser.
All right, that's what we're going
it's
with.
It's not fun. It's watching me struggle up Bologna.
It's going to show on Zwift Power as well, so the result will show on Zwift Power. So
yeah,
that's a good shout.
Yeah.
Can I do it in CCAT? Can I do it on my wife's account in CCAT?
No. No. And it's going to be recorded too, so there we go. Anyway,
it's not here. So yeah, size choice counts. Yeah, Atomic Cruiser it is.
Very good.
Yep. You got out of that one, didn't you?
What course is it? What course? Oh, it's like Yorkshire Combo, isn't it? Bloody hell! Oh no, I can do it tomorrow I can do it tomorrow on the.
I'm surprised he never got you to do the Sunday race on MyWhooosh.
Oh yeah.
On the Atomic Cruiser, I'm not sure we can do that.
Can you import bikes across?
Yeah, I don't think we need any in-game development just for our podcast.
Well,
all
he's
right,
the number one recon guy. He might have that power. You never know.
Yeah, it's true.
I think we've reached the end of our show, which is pretty fantastic. So I just want to say thanks to Si. Si, thank you very much for joining us. It has been so wonderful to talk with you.
No, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. And doing a great job. Great community as always. Nathan, I hope we get a chance to do some more commentary together soon as well.
Absolutely, mate. My diary is open, so shout out if you've got something coming up.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'll try my
thank you guys. Really
best to butcher
Been good
names.
fun.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. Ryan, do you want to wrap us up in the stream there?
In the stream, well, in which case I will just point out that there is loads of names in there that I'm not going to start reading through. But I just want to say big thank you to everyone that's been in chat. It has been alive with commentary. It's obviously because of Si. Here. Loads of people interested, loads of questions being asked, loads of great shows. So don't forget, we are nearly very, very close to that 1,000 subscriber count. So if you're in chat now and you haven't hit subscribe, please hit subscribe. If you're watching after this date, if you're not watching us live, please hit subscribe. So help us get to that 1,000.
Absolutely. And Rob, do you want to bring us home?
Yeah, why aren't all these people subscribe, man? What are they doing? Watching our videos without even hitting the subscribe button? What the hell is that all about?
It's almost
Come
as if
on,
it's
you like
free.
our videos? Hit subscribe. But yeah, go out and triumph over your adversities. There's a challenge out there waiting for you. Go out, be inspired, get it done.
Well said. It's taking my breath away. All right, guys. Thanks very much. We'll wrap it up there. And we'll try and catch in the drops.